All right, welcome back to the Gamble Smart channel. Happy Friday to you guys. I know a lot of you going out to the casino this weekend. I know Dave and I are. We're heading to Vegas tomorrow. We're super excited and hope to meet a lot of you there. We will be going live probably around 7 or 8 p.m. Vegas time, depending on when my flight gets there. Hopefully it's on time. American Airlines, I'm looking at you. No delays, please. So we'll be there, and we're probably going to be at Cherry's Jubilee over at MGM Grand to kick off our Vegas trip. All right, so we hope you can join us, and make sure you're subscribed and click that bell notification, because we will post as soon as we know exactly what time we're going to be going live, but it'll be sometime on Saturday before we do that. Anyway, let's talk about today's tip, and that is kind of going back to the basics here. We're going to talk about those people that maybe not have gone to the casino in a while or at all. Where do you start? You know, you got a slot machine in front of you. You're going with a bunch of friends. You're going to go to the casino. Where do you begin? How do you pick which slot you're going to play? There's a lot to it, but we're going to cover some of the basics here to make you a successful gambler the first time you go. And maybe even some of you that have been for a while, good refresher course, right? All right, let's get going. Okay, so let's jump into this topic a little bit. And again, this is for people that haven't been gambling in a while, or maybe never gambled at all, and they're looking for information on how to start, okay? A lot of people think it's just super easy. Bring some money, put it in a slot machine, and hit spin and hope for the best. Largely that is true, but there are some things that you need to do to make yourself a better and smarter gambler. So let's tackle some of those. And even if you guys have been gambling for a while, this could be a good refresher course for you. All right, so first thing always is budget. Make sure that you're bringing money that you can safely set on fire, as Dave always says. Super important, okay? And if you're a first-time gambler, whatever that amount is, cut it in half, okay? So if you can comfortably lose 500 bucks, bring 250, okay? You just need to kind of get your feet wet. Or if you haven't been in a while, bring less than you would normally think of bringing to a casino, just so you can ease back into it, okay? We don't want to go crazy the first time you're in there, okay? So the second thing, identifying which game you want to play. This is a hard one. This really is. And our recommendation is actually going to surprise you a little bit. If you haven't been in a while, or you're a new casino gambler, pick a game that you are drawn to, okay? This goes against everything we say, I know, but hold on, I'll explain. Pick a game that you are drawn to that excites you, whether it's Willy Wonka or something that just calls to you, okay? And sit down and play that game first, because at the end of the day, it's about entertainment, okay? It really is. If you go into the casino with the goal of making money, you're in it for the wrong reasons, okay? It's got to be for entertainment. It is very difficult, if not impossible, to make money on slot machines. So it's important to pick a game that you would get some kind of excitement out of, okay? Lots of bonus rounds, progressives, whatever the case is, whatever you're drawn to. All right, first step, always. Guys, I cannot stress this enough, and I know this is a big problem because we witness it all the time, and we even see it in the comments. Guys, you gotta read the game rules. They're there for a reason. Slot machines are not as simple as just sitting down and pushing a button. You need to make sure that you're maximizing your potential return on that game, okay? Very simple games like Double Diamond, Sizzling Sevens, doesn't require a lot. You don't really even need to look at the pay table, okay? You just put the money in and start spinning. But that's not how 90% of the games are on the floor these days. They have bonus rounds, they have progressives, they have all kinds of extra features built in, respins. They have all these things, and if you are not betting enough to cover all those features, you are cutting down your potential return by 10 to 20% on that game, because the game's return to player is built with the assumption that you are playing and covering all of the base features of that game, okay? So how do you do this? You need to look for the game rules somewhere on the machine. Usually there's a little information eye or a help menu, game rules. There'll be something on the screen that you can get into the menus and understand what needs to go on. These can be very confusing, but what you're really looking for is how many credits do I need to wager in order to cover every single potential bonus feature or progressive feature on that game, okay? That is super important. Again, make sure you're looking for that. We have seen so many people play top dollar and get the top dollar bonus symbol to land on the last reel, and they don't get the bonus, and they look up and they're confused. It's because they were betting 1 credit. You have to bet max in order to get the top dollar. Same thing on the new top dollar grand. When Dave and I were in Foxwoods, we saw so many people betting 6 credits, 9 credits, 8 credits, 4 credits. You have to bet 10 credits, otherwise you're never going to get the bonus. You got to look at the game rules. You are taking your potential return and cutting it down by up to 20% by not reading the game rules. That's how critical it is, okay? So please do yourself a favor, read the game rules and understand what it is that you need to bet. So let's say that you figured that out. 180 credits. I need to bet 180 credits, okay? Let's say you sit down at a 10-cent machine. Well, 180 credits is $18 a spin. That's too much, okay? So you may be tempted to say, well, I'll stay on 10 cent, but I'll go down to 30 credits. No, you don't want to do that, because in that scenario that I just discussed, you are losing out on all the potential of that game by doing that. So what you really need to do is go down in denomination so that you can cover all the features of the game. So if that requires you to go down to pennies to get 180 credits to be $1.80, then that's what you need to do, okay? All right, so you've read all the game rules. You're going to put some money in. How much money should you put in? This is really critical, and this is why Dave and I created the method, and we'll put a card up at the end in case you guys want to check it out. Our method is all about not putting your entire bankroll into a machine all at once, because it's too easy to just keep spinning, okay? Divvy it up. If you're bringing $100, get 10 $10 bills or 25 $5 bills, okay? Just break it up a little bit and only feed in a bill at a time. So put $10 in, spin it until you're out, then put another $10 in, that kind of thing. Because you may end up deciding to stop, okay? You're counting your tens, you got 4 left, you're like, it's not worth it. But if you put the entire 100 in there all at once, you're more likely to keep spinning, okay? So just try to divvy up that money. It'll just last longer. It really will. It really will. So it's super important that you do that. Okay, and the other part of our method is all about cashing out your wins, because a lot of people don't understand how much they're winning at slot machines. They just don't, okay? They're too caught up in it. They're not watching their credit meter. They're not understanding how much they're actually winning on a slot machine, because they just see their active money. So the reason we created this method is so you, as soon as you get a win over your bet, you cash out and then you put your next bill in. And that's super critical, because at the end, you're going to see how much money you've actually been making or winning on a slot machine that you may have not have noticed before, okay? But there is one big thing that I want to get out of the way, and this is what Dave covered in the tip yesterday. Guys, there is no guaranteed win, or there's no guaranteed strategy or method or anything like that to improve your odds of winning, okay? The only methods that exist that are good for you to listen to are ones that are surrounding bankroll management, as well as pushing your risk at the right time, all of those types of things, okay? Those are the ones that you actually have control over. The methods saying, oh, you know, casino sets, you know, machines to give you a win within the first 5 spins and stuff like that, it's totally bogus. Like, there's nothing you can do to game the system on a slot machine, okay? What you can do, though, is have full control of your budget and watch your wins and cash out your wins so you can go home a winner, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and put all this together. So really what it comes down to, guys, is that if you haven't gambled in a while, or you're the first time gambler, take it slow, take it easy, make sure that you entertain yourself, because that is always number one inside of a casino. It's got to be for entertainment. Don't go in there thinking you're going to come out a millionaire, okay? Can you? Yes, but it's not probable, okay? The odds are way stacked against you in that happening. So go in to have fun, watch yourself, go through these tips that we just talked about today, and then also subscribe to our channel, because we have tons of this information out there. Not only about how slot machines work and how casino operations work to protect you, but also budgeting advice, methods that we create that help you with your budget, as well as help you go home with your winnings. This is all the stuff that we do here. We talk about stuff that you have full control over, and that is what is important whenever you go into the casino. Okay, guys? Well, I do appreciate your time. As always, give us a thumbs up and subscription. We do this stuff every single day, and we hope to see you again soon. And remember, as always, gamble smart, gamble safe. We'll see you later. Bye-bye, guys.